What's up, friends? I want to talk about my favorite slings right now. I have collected a bunch of slings, but listen, you can go to matterful.co/slings to see my updated list at any time. Let's get into it. Man purse. That's what we're talking about here. What's the deal with slings? The deal with slings is that it's actually quite nice to get everything out of your pockets, right? They're smaller and less cumbersome than a backpack or a messenger bag. Camera people, drone people, cannabis people, people who need pouches and dongles like slings because we can get stuff out of our pockets without needing to bring a whole backpack around. The cool thing about a sling is, you know, no matter what's going on, you're gonna look like a very sophisticated, modern gentleman with either too much or too little emotional availability. In this video, I'm gonna show you a bunch of slings so you can check them out. Again, head to matterful.co/slings to get more info on, because I can update that. I can't update this video. Now, really quickly, I want to talk about 4 simple categories for evaluating a sling. The first one is the capacity. Can it fit what you need it to? How big is it? How much stuff do you need? You want to bring as little as possible, but whatever you actually need. So capacity is how much can it actually hold. Then there's organization. How much of that stuff that you're carrying is actually organized in little pockets? Some of these things have a lot of different pockets going on so that you can, have a little spot for every dongle. Then comfort. I mean, most of the time we're carrying a small thing, so comfort isn't that big of a deal, but sometimes you can get rubbing on the strap. Sometimes you don't like the way that the strap opens and closes, and you're doing that thing where you put it on, I feel weird. Comfort makes a difference. And finally, what I call the annoying at the restaurant thing, which is when you have it on the table at the coffee shop or at the restaurant, how annoying is it? Do I have to put it on the ground? Is it big enough to where I need to be putting this thing on the ground? Is this this one's a halfway to a backpack. I actually like this thing. I have car keys, some extra cash, a little notebook, earbuds, glasses, a little knife that I never use. And of course, the mask. This is just one of the things that's so great about a sling is I have everything that I my essentials. So your preferences really matter about how you want to carry organization-wise, okay? Let me just start showing you some of these. We're gonna do them in a few groups. Okay, first of all, we've got the Sling Fanny stuff. These are very simple, okay? I'll start it off with the camelback pivot that we just looked at. Links to this below. Local hardware. This one is just a simple pouch with a simple divider on the inside made from some X-Pack. Very small operation, but cool classic construction. Cotopaxi, Patagonia, Cotopaxi, all those brands have some simple, fanny type thing. This one's really simple. Cotopaxi is cool because, anyways, you should check out their company's story. Funky ass colors though. But check out, any big outdoors company that you like is making some kind of fanny pack, and it's probably fine. Track from Scotland. These are made out of hand-shucked waxed canvas. This is their new one. This is what it's like now. This is their old one, which was my favorite for a long time. Just a perfect little medicine kit. But the waxed cotton, this one is the dry waxed finish. It just feels really old school and heritage in a way, but performs really well outdoors and stuff too. You've got this crazy old school buckle on this one. Track stuff. If you don't know about track stuff, they're making really cool, just heritage-y stuff, but it actually works. It's just materials that'll last for a really long time. Kamek. This was from a Kickstarter, and these guys made a travel bag and day bag and fanny pack combination out of this super weather-resistant, very thin, very lightweight stuff. Interesting if weight is your big concern. Dakine, right? Just any big brand. I just sent this and I have it because sometimes this is perfect, actually, because it's a perfect size. These kinds of sizes where you can just kind of throw things in and you have one extra pocket to keep maybe more of the things that you're going to more often, right? Simple. And then as a big guy, Mystery Ranch. Mystery Ranch makes some amazing stuff here in the US, and they have this big old fanny. I'll link to this below. They might have other fannies as well. The cool thing about this is it's a very solid backboard. So this is for serious hiking, out in the wilderness kind of stuff. You can get quite comfortable. But if I'm doing more serious carry stuff, I'm gonna be doing backpack because I wanna distribute that weight across both my shoulders. And then the last one here is from Boundary Supply. This was from a Kickstarter this year as well. Really nice thing that goes with one of their travel packs, but it just is a nice size. Very durable, like weather resistant, dirt, scuff resistant, outer material. Simple, small, enough organization to where it feels, and enough like kind of interesting materials to where it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it might feel a little over designed for what you're doing every day, which is why I stick with this right now, just because it was like lying there and and I just haven't looked back. I sometimes wear it as a fanny. Actually, I a lot of times wear it as a fanny. I'll be honest. So in my personal experience, the simple fanny pack has been what I like to do. A lot of times I'll just wear it as a fanny. Most of the time I'll even just be holding it. This thing has like a little hook there. I find myself holding it by and just leaving this attached. But you know, what I've done in the past is I've just carried a pouch like this. This is from Helmet Head. Sometimes I'll just have like a pouch and I just like carry it under my shoulder like, I'm like, hey, I was just like like an old man with a newspaper. That's from Helmet Head. I'll link to that below at the time code in the YouTube description. Thanks for watching, by the way. Subscribe if you're into like good gear for modern life and how to travel light. Hey, what's up? This is Editor Chase. Since recording this, I've got another sling I want to show you. It's from Black Ember. They claim that it is pretty darn waterproof. I have to say that it feels pretty good. It has really robust material, nice magnetic clasp. There's two compartments, a vertical zipper on the outside, which is a nice little bit of dimension inside this pocket, kind of my quick access pocket. And then there is a secondary compartment that opens up. You can open it flat. On one side, there is a tech organizer. That's actually kind of interesting. Lots of little organizational bits there, but it can be a little stiff in use. And on the other side is a mesh pocket. I know a lot of you are going to like this. As I record this, it is pre-order. So, just want to let you know that. Back to the video. There's this company, Alpaka, which is making a lot of slings. You'll see another sling here in a moment, but this is just a thin, sort of like a flap that you carry with you that happens to have like quite a bit of interesting little organization, a little bit of capacity that you can put some stuff in, but mostly small stuff, and then you just want it to look like a little satchel or something. Big ol' huge magnetic zipper or lock right here. It's the kind that you you slide it, it looks like you just place it on and slide it off. Wow, nice. And then back to that, another simple thing. This is from Track, that same waxed cotton canvas, like super heritage-y. And you just open it up. You've got some organization around the outside, some little pouches to be putting stuff in, and then just a very simple medicine kit. This is an awesome little bag. Stiff, raw cotton, this stuff, and it doesn't come off, right? So it's just one of their big metal adjusters, and you kind of get it where you want it, and then that's how it is. You're not going to be moving it around, so. It's kind of, what I love about it is how simple it is, and it's just great materials. Let me know if you get this one, and that's like your jam. I think it'd be awesome if someone's like, yep, that's the one for me. Okay, then we have these more sort of techy. These are a little more like tech slings. They don't look like fanny packs a lot of the times, maybe a little bit, but they also have more organization. They tend to, interesting materials. Let's check these out. Okay, I showed this booty one earlier. I can't believe the name, but it actually is quite like nice to use as like an actual like Euro style man purse. Just a little size. It's a little more pursy in some ways, but when you don't really need to carry that much, but you do need to carry some stuff, and you want that stuff out of your pockets, just around your shoulder or something. This is actually this surprised me. I thought it was not going to be like super quality, and honestly, this external material that's just like slick, but it has like a rubbery sort of really, I wonder how this breaks down over time. It just seems really nice mix of soft, right, and durable. So thanks, booty. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is from Dayfarer. Dayfarer is this guy in Germany who just has been designing bags and backpacks, and he designed this little sling, and he sold a bunch of them. They're like interesting because he uses a lot of the same hardware from his backpack, which is this nice big magnetic fidlock. Do you know how these work? So one of the things you got to figure out about yourself is if you're like the take off the buckle to put it on kind of person, and if you're like a take off the buckle to take it off kind of person. The other mode, of course, is just going like this. But the way that this works is actually kind of nice. It's a little technical to have on every day. You've got to be a little bit like, you know, what I'm getting into in my life is quite serious. It can just feel a little serious sometimes, but when you get used to this, you get locked in, and that's how you do this thing, and then you put this together, and then it's like it's ready to go for where you, anyways, that's the magnet strap thing. Okay, construction on this thing is great. They use like an X-Pack material, nice, like very durable, but kind of stylish, slick thing. These magnet clips are actually really great. This kind of thing where it's closed and it's tight enough, I wonder if you really have a lot of stuff in here, if that closure is gonna feel very good. So I would say this is for a small, like if you could pack it out down here, but it needs to be able to make that fold. Nice, decent little capacity in here, little bit of organization, just a few things. There's not a zipper pocket anywhere, so it's really just a magnetic flap for a sack that has a magnetic buckle that you can only do this one over the shoulder. You can't really do this one on the waist. Dayfarer, check that out in the link below. Nomadic, another Kickstarter from this year. They did this sling. This is one of those regular buckles, right? But it's nice because it's very easy to open and close. It's like this has some stuff cut away from it, so it's just the right amount of pressure. Thanks, Nomadic. Little pill form here, right? Hard. It's like a soft hard case. Some rubber here. Because we've got that hardness on these things, it can be kind of a bummer to get in and out of this thing, but it does have capacity, some 3D capacity built into this pocket, so it's very usable. Maybe as your quickest access spot for your keys and your earbuds or something. It's nice to have a little bit of that protection, but one of the things that's amazing about this is two other features. One, ba-bam! It expands. What? You can just add more capacity. And then the expansion itself has zippers that get you into it. It's kind of clunky in use, but it's awesome because you can I can fit my water bottle in here. And then the second thing is this back pocket, which is a little bit more capacity, a little bit wider, so you can, your notebook, your battery for your phone. Why am I trying to tell you what you're gonna put in here? You figure out what you're putting in here. I'm just showing you a bunch of stuff so you can see if it's right for you. Manal, this is the Manal sling, very sleek. Look at this, just very sleek. Kind of nice materials on the back here, a thin little bit of padding, nice durable material, same kind of stuff they're using on the back of their backpacks. I love their backpacks. Magnetic fidlock kind of thing, right? So again, that just snap it together, it's kind of nice. It's just there, right? And then you can get into this thing. This way, it has a kind of a lunchbox shape. You can see we've got some dimension here, and that the zipper just has a little angle at the top, so it's kind of like we're just opening up the flap at the top. Little bit of organization built in with some meshes and a zippered pouch. Just a nice, simple sack, right? I like the simplicity of this. Nice wings on here too. They actually have a tiny bit of stretch and a little padding. So it's just, you got these nice feelings, and a very secret little compartment right here that's small. It's really quite small. I could fit my earbuds in here, maybe. Super sleek, simple, minimal, Manal. Chrome's got some slings, right? Here's the first one. I have a few that I'll mention here, but this one is just perfect size for a little bit of a bigger kit, maybe a small iPad. My 11-inch iPad does not fit in here. Basic, kind of big, burly clip, which feels nice, but X-Pack material, water-sealed zip, and then a little quick access zip on the front. So just simple. I like Chrome for that. Now, if you want to church it up a little bit, put on your Sunday best, this is from Waterfield, and Waterfield use really lovely materials, all American-made in San Francisco. Leather on the front, very slim, minimal strap, which I dig. I'll show you the clip in a second, but this front pocket has velour in it. It's so it's a very rich experience with the leather, cool water sealed zips, and then the liner itself also is a little bit better than it should be. I like Waterfield a lot. Notoriously, they don't have an affiliate program because they don't pay for marketing. So I don't mind talking about their shit. So this is an interesting model, right? Where you loosen it up like this, you've got it on, and it's like, hi, I'm here for my tryouts. But then you've got this tab that's easy just to pull tight, get it however you want. So when it's on your body is the only real way to use this. Okay, so you can clip it up tight and have it just like this. It's kind of a stylish little, I mean, as much as any of these can be called stylish, right? But this is a nice little mechanism, right? Great little design, Waterfield. Thanks. Okay, let's talk about some a little bit longer. They're thin-ish, but they're long, like this air guy, right? Big buckle that's just right here connected to the bag. Kind of nice. It facilitates sort of a, on-body access. That's quite nice, I do say. This front zipper pocket, big old YKK number 10, huge old chunky thing. It's pretty great, but can be kind of stiff to move back and forth. X-Pack material. This thing is like, it's really durable. It's like kind of silly how like you just, I'm putting my earbuds in here. But it's got kind of a nice look, right? And then you've got this back panel that is wide, perfect for a notebook, right? You got maybe a small like Kindle Fire or something like that. I don't know. I don't know devices. Some organization with a little back flap, and then on the back you've got another little zipper pocket, which is actually kind of the quick access. It's behind everything, and if you kind of leave this zip right here, even when it's on, you can kind of just get right to it, which is nice. The Bellroy Sling, I used these quite a bit. There is a premium version and then like a regular version. The regular version still feels really premium. Bellroy do a great job with materials. The interesting thing about this, they did a nice little like, I don't know, nice little soft goods thing here where this thing expands. The way that it collapses against your body and then it expands a bit, right? So you can actually get some pretty good volume. The bummer is that you only access that volume through a slit. It's just a little slit, but then you do have quite a bit of space in there. So it's made to kind of keep things looking and like, kind of bundled up on your back. It's a kit and bindle. And then there's a zipper front pocket, like a quick access. Also a magnetic clip, a little guy. Let's see. These are really well made. I like Bellroy stuff a lot. Greenroom 136, they make these out in Malaysia. Really cool soft goods, like classic soft goods materials. It feels nice and thick and dense. It has like a good beefiness to it, as you can see from this strap, which is just super strappy. It's like a messenger bag thing, but it's just like, what is it? Oh, it's just a long sock with some zippers on it. But a pretty decent amount of space in here. This is like a great, like, this is not just a sling anymore, right? It's a one shoulder, it's a tiny messenger bag. I tend not to like these big fat straps personally. I know a lot of people really do because it's just, you can really just lock it in and it feels comfortable. You could even have heavier stuff in here. But my dinner table, sort of the dinner table vibe with this thing, it's just a little bit, there's a long strap hanging off, right? It's not, like it doesn't fit right on the table with me. So we're definitely like down on the ground or like around the chair or something like that. Another Kickstarter. This one is from Gravel and it is the hip straps that come off of their travel bag. And I actually, when I was testing they sponsored a video on the channel and I was testing this stuff a bunch, I actually really came to like this. It was just a perfect little size. Instead of, before I was using this, I was using this. And it has a lot of, like, there's two sides that have a decent little size. And then each one of them have a little pocket on the front. It's like, you just kind of put it behind you. It's very narrow, so you don't like, it's not like in the way of anything. It's kind of funky, it's a weird look in some ways. But when you, like, I lived in it. I lived it. And the organization was actually kind of nice. You just segment your gear on one side or the other. Makes me wish that I could just like take it off and just carry the one side with me. Okay, now we are on to the final group here, and these are the big boys and girls, okay? Start with the small to the big of the big. This one, brand new to me. I haven't tested it yet. I just opened it. It is from Slim Fold. I think it's currently on Kickstarter, but the deal is it really surprises me how well it's made. I like this material. So here's the deal. It is your iPad fits in this. It's the right size for my iPad, 11-inch Pro. It's sort of soft goods. It's not a big jumbly sort of thing. It's just like the size that it looks. It's very clean and minimal. The clip is one of these where you're opening it, cinching it down, really smooth and easy to do. So that's like, it's not taking it off, it's opening up and closing it, right? Okay, little zipper pouch on the front, just a quick access. One of the things about these zippers is they're water sealed, which makes them a little bit harder to open than I'd like them to be. I wish this was like possible to do one-handed, and it's totally not possible because it's a water seal zip, makes it a little grippier. Then you've got the zip on the top, which comes around these curves like this, so you can pop it open. You can see the bag's a little bit beefier, a little bit like more volume at the bottom than at the top. And then inside of here, you've got a bunch of little organization, a panel to put your laptop or your tablet in, a bunch of little pouchy type things, a zipper thing, but a good size capacity in there. By the way, this exterior on the bottom, super burly. This thing is made and feels really good. And then a little quick access on the back, but it's still got that beefy zipper, so it's still a little bit, like I think those will break in quite a bit, but even when they do, it's still not gonna, you're still gonna be two-handing it. But a very solid option for your just standard, sort of like a need my laptop or my tablet rather, and like some techie gear or just some, this is quite nice. Good work, Slimfold. Link below will probably support the channel on all of these. If you do purchase, use my link if possible, because that's how we keep the lights on here. It's a way of supporting the channel. Thank you. And to my patrons. Thank you, patrons. Okay, here is Alpaka. Alpaka, nice little embossed thing on this like foam back luggage handle. That's kind of nice, or luggage pass-through. That magnetic clip, that means you just like placing it on top of, let's see. Or not. Well, it had a magnetic clip and it just broke off. The magnet part literally came off. Funny thing about that is I think these are their own locks that they've made. They're called Mag-Locks with a Z. Sure, they have a good warranty you may want to check out. Nice strap though. I like the little bit of padding wrapped in this seatbelt material. That actually, as far as straps goes, maybe one of my favorite straps out here. Silly little things like that end up making your life though, when you're like, we really like something, and you really like something about something, like that ends up feeling great. The thing about this is it has tons of like organization and space. You've got some like USB things. There's a way of doing all of these module like things that look like this, right? And then you've got like a, hey girl. And you've got like a little magnetic key lock to pull off. This attaches to the bag. This back pocket fits my iPad 11 just perfectly, which is the reason why it makes it on sort of my list, because anything that sometimes it's just a different mode. Carrying just the iPad, it means I won't get as distracted as I will on the computer maybe. Anything that I can kind of do that, maybe there's more work I can get done, but the truth is it's either my phone or my computer, so I end up just taking a little small guy. But tablet people, lots of room in here for batteries, headphones. Like there is a little tablet case right here with a little pouch. And then a quick access pocket on the front. Everything here is super durable, water resistant zips. Feels kind of nice. Thanks, Alpaka. Sorry I broke your lock. Okay, speaking of iPad carry, this is probably my favorite iPad carry mode. Oftentimes I carry this just like this. There's a strap that clicks onto these things, nothing special, just a regular sort of canvas strap that you just clip right on. But I found that I just carried this like this. It was, again, under the arm. iPad's in here, any other sort of accessories I might need. Great place to put my phone. Perfect little just space in here, right? No real defined iPad sleeve. Maybe they've updated that over time. This one's from Nutsac. Not joking. Magnets, how do they work? It works great, that's for sure. And then it's a waxed canvas. It does leave a little residue on your hands. It's a really kind of richly waxed, but not too much. And the leather on the bottom. I love this thing. This thing ends up just feeling like perfect for me because it doesn't say too much. It's sort of like down to earth, but I got the things that I need. Thanks, Nutsac. So another one from Dayfarer, the Germans, right? We have this fidlock, which is nice. This is a well-known, you just pull it to the side to open it up. Feels great, right? Lift up the flap and got quite a bit of space here. iPad goes in perfectly. Again, that's my 11-inch iPad Pro with the smart case keyboard thing. Nice little, like, and then what it looks like when we've got it on is just a little, like, you slide this, you have to figure out which way it slides. open it up, and you've got this stuff all here. And then our buckle is the same as the Dayfarer previously. So you've got a magnetical something. The good thing about this one, these once they're in, they're really, I think they're a little bit more locked in than some of the others, like the Bellroy's, for example. But it is a little bit fussy sometimes to get in, but you get used to it, and it's kind of nice. So Dayfarer are making some interesting stuff. Zipper on the back, lots of organization inside. Another couple Greenroom 136, 2 different sizes, all right? Here's a little bit of a smaller guy. Just, I don't love 2 clips to get into something this size, personally, but it expands quite a bit. You've got a lot of space. Another big, burly thing. I'll link to what this is at the time code below. And then the Metromonger Sling. Now this I've used a lot. I've used this to carry my camera. I've used this to carry my iPad. It's got a perfect spot in the back for the iPad right here, which feels great. Nice little like funky corduroy or something inside. Like I was saying about these guys before, kind of good, classic, like best practices, soft goods materials. They all feel really dense and nice. Good, like meshy on the back. But this is that, again, that super big, beefy strap. So I use this when I am like, when I really need to carry my camera and iPad or if I have like more stuff that I need to bring with me on the regular, if I'm doing like a camping trip and I need like my smoke pouch, my like a bunch of different stuff, this might be what just like have on me all the time. You can even like lash down like a tripod or something if you're really getting serious. This front pocket is nice because it actually has quite a bit of dimension, just like the Rainmaker backpack, one of my favorite sort of affordable good backpacks. Some space right here, so you can just throw stuff, and then some little bit of just very simple panel organization back here. Okay, Chrome, look at this guy, it's the wide one. Ooh, baby, I'm a wide one. My iPad fits inside here. There's a little, simple little unprotected sleeve kind of, but it is like it's like a little bit padding on the back there, but ultimately this is just on your body. Wide, like tall enough for the iPad. Some, maybe I'd say about 2, maybe 3 inches of capacity, like of depth in this thing. Nice liner material and like super rugged X-Pack on the outside, so super water resistant and stuff. Just a very simple front zippered quick access pocket. Zipper moves really easily. See that? And you've got Chrome's like, you know, big old seatbelt thing. Woo! All right. Start locking in. I gotta figure out how this thing works. This is like the kind of thing that you get really used to over time if you like it, and you really get frustrated with it if you want something more dainty and delicate. But that's like, you know, Chrome's messenger bags always had this like seatbelt thing, and it just feels really, just like industrial. Perfect. Link to this one below. I think Chrome make great soft goods products because they're really durable. Sometimes they can be a little industrial or heavy duty to interact with on the regular. For myself personally, because I don't tend to need this much stuff, for example, but part of me wishes that on this Camelback, this is a really light, this is soft materials. I don't think it's gonna last for super, super long. I like this X-Pack for like a panel like that. Maybe not the whole bag, but just the bottom. But 6 Sling for needing to carry a little bit more, right? But not necessarily depth, just like you can slide a lot of stuff in here. Okay, 2 more. They're both from Boundary Supply. This one is really interesting, okay? Check this. It's like hard to understand. This is designed to clip onto their travel bag. So you have your travel bag, this clips onto the front of it, which ends up being, you know, you unclip it when you get to your airplane seat or whatever. Hi, Lena. Do you like those clips? Now, on the front, we've got that same kind of big magnetic clip, which just opens up to this like duffel pocket, right? So what's cool about this is it's very simple. It's just a vertical zip on a duffel pocket, and you can fit quite a bit of stuff in there. Zip that up, get it closed to give it a little compression. Then you have this zipper pouch that goes over the zipper that goes over the top of it. Here is your iPad sleeve and a little meshy pocket with a couple little pen loops up top. So just like your kind of your daily tech sort of stuff. You have one strap that can go either on this side or the other side, whichever you prefer, and then a zipper on the back that's actually quite like a good amount of space for like basically your quick access pocket. When I carry this on the side that I would carry it on, the zipper from the back is actually on the bottom side. So it's, I would probably, if I was going with this, I would get used to putting that on my left side so that when I pulled it around, that zipper's right here, quick and easy for me to get to. But you saw the fanny pack earlier in this line. This material's very thin, but has amazing technical capabilities. So super water resistant, super dirt resistant, very durable, right? So good work, Boundary. And then the second and final bag, this is the Arclite sling from Boundary. It's like, obviously it's like a small backpack where we just removed one of the straps. Big burly strap, and I don't love that it's sort of snuffleupagus trunks down further than the bag when it is like off my body, but because the bag's bigger, you can really carry bigger loads with it. Down here you do have that same kind of magnetic buckle you've seen several times on the Dayfarers and the Boundaries, okay? So you can take it off that way and like bring it around like this so you're not constantly doing the like, you know, up and over the head thing. You've got a roll top design, so it means you've got a little expandability, which the front of this is another one of those magnetic buckles, okay? So, you know, cool material. And speaking of material on this, I really do like this material. The whole thing feels really interesting and good. This is obviously super burly, like enough space for lots of, I mean, it's like I said, it's just a small backpack. There's magnets up here that when you, like, as you're closing it down, it sort of cinches itself up as cleanly as possible. There's like accessory straps you can click into here. 2 quick access pockets right here that actually go to the same inner space. There's a little bit of organization inside here if you want to get persnickety. There's like a way to put your pens and stuff like that. But I always use this more as just like a big quick access pocket. Then there's an actual little quick access pocket at the top, which is nice. It actually goes down quite a bit. And again, I think they're using nylon on the inside of here, you guys, Boundary. Some of their materials are just next level. I love that nylon in there. And then the laptop compartment on the back. I think some of you can get your like MacBook Airs or similar smaller computers into here. There's a little bit of padding down at the bottom to help your laptop or tablet be suspended. There's some elastic here to put some pens in. Great handle up at the top. There's also handles on the sides. I'm constantly carrying this by the handle, which is one thing that I noticed about how I carried this thing. I could almost have just carried it with this. Like I almost wish that this strap wasn't here at all. I think a next version of this, I mean, look how burly the breathability is on the back. I love their breathability. They do a good job with that. I think the next version of this would be really interesting to see a more minimal strap, but like I said, you can really put a lot of stuff in here, so having a beefier strap helps that to stay comfortable. All right, friends, I know you have a lot of options when you fly the friendly skies. Thanks for watching this video. If you're interested in any of those slings, I will link to my very first link below. That's the page where I'll update and keep track of all this stuff. I hope you find your sling bag that really helps you to be cool and figure out your life, because we're all waiting for you to, you know, help us out, because, you know, we are all in this together, my friend. I have been Chase Wardman Reeves. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe if you're interested in stuff like this. Also, you can ask any questions in the comments. And if you like this work, I always ask, please come support me over at Patreon. Only if you're into it, because it does help. Thanks to all my patrons out there. Mucho gusto. Vaya con Dios. Travel light, everybody. See you later.